Today, I'm reviewing the iFi Audio ZEN Blue 3 high-res Bluetooth DAC receiver and transmitter. Let's get it. What's cracking, audio fans? It's David here from Prime Audio Reviews, and this is the ZEN Blue 3, the third gen of this device, or this series, I should say. So this is coming in at a price of $299 US, and you can use this to hook up your traditional or existing stereo system or headphone amplifier, etc. to a Bluetooth source. So have a quick look at it for a moment, because I'm going to remove that antenna just so it's a bit easier to hold and show. So this is the Bluetooth antenna. And as you would expect, the chassis is the same, pretty much the same as the ZEN can and the ZEN DAC. It's got this rugged aluminium chassis that feels more premium than it probably should for the price. Let's have a look at this front panel. So first of all, there's a power button. Then we've got our function mode, which cycles between Bluetooth receiver, Bluetooth transmitter, and USB DAC modes. Then we've got an input select switch. Then there is an LED in the center here, and that shows the Bluetooth receiving or receiver mode. So it'll change colors depending on which Bluetooth format or codec you're using. So for example, AAC will be yellow and LDAC will be cyan. Then there is another small LED over here, and that changes color depending on the sample rate of your current playback music being played back. I'm having trouble speaking, don't worry about it. Low latency mode, which is great for gaming or videos if you're having any latency or sync issues. And then finally, a button for Bluetooth pairing. Additionally, you can turn the LED display on and off, and you can also initialize a Bluetooth voice prompt via this button. So that's pretty cool. Let's have a look at the back, the I/O or in-out section. First of all, we got a 4.4mm balanced output, nice. Then RCA single-ended output, RCA input. Then we've got SPDIF or SPDIF optical input and output, a USB Type-C input. That's where the Bluetooth antenna goes, and your DC power goes in there. So there are quite a few connectivity options going on. Let's come back to the front. We'll talk about the functionality a bit and how it works and what's going on inside. So the DAC chip in here is a Sabre ES9023 DAC chip. It's an entry-level chip, so it's a bit older. It's got older architecture. It was actually released over a decade ago, over 10 years ago. So it lacks support for some of the modern high-resolution formats like DSD and MQA, and also high-rate PCM. In addition to that, its signal-to-noise ratio is a bit lower than modern DAC chips. It's at 112 dB, which is respectable, but fairly pedestrian. So the DAC chip in here is a bit limited compared to newer DACs like the Sabre ES9038Q2M or, recent AKM and Cirrus Logic offerings. And as a result of that, the DAC section sounds a little bit, like I said, pedestrian in terms of dynamics compared to similarly priced standalone DACs. So I would say that if you're looking for a standalone DAC just to hook up like a USB DAC to your computer or something, there are better options for the money. However, this isn't aimed really specifically at that. It's just an add-on. What this is intended for is connecting your existing system wirelessly to a Bluetooth source like a smartphone or a tablet. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. I forgot to talk about the functionality a bit more. So yeah, this can be a Bluetooth receiver. So hook it up, connect it up to your smartphone or tablet or laptop via Bluetooth. Super easy, just like any modern Bluetooth device. But in addition to that, it can also act as a Bluetooth transmitter. So you can, for example, send a signal to some Bluetooth headphones or TWS earbuds, etc. Bluetooth is handled by Qualcomm's latest QCC518X Bluetooth chip, which is Bluetooth 5.4, nice, and that supports all your latest codecs, including aptX lossless, aptX adaptive, LDAC, LHDC, and more of those things. And that pretty much covers, the functionality and everything. Let's get into the sound and talk about how it sounds. Well, like I mentioned, the DAC section is a bit ordinary. It's lacking a little bit in dynamics, but it is handy to have. By the way, how are you going to hook this up to other devices? Well, let's take this for an example. This is the iFi Can 3 headphone amplifier, and it's as simple as using the 4.4mm balanced output and a little cable like that. So just like that, you've now got a really nice headphone amplifier connected to a Bluetooth source. More correctly, I should say a Bluetooth transport. So yeah, I love these 4.4 ins and outs. They make it nice and tidy and super simple. And like if you've got a traditional stereo amp, etc., you can just use the RCA output. It's as simple as that. But back to the sound, when it comes to Bluetooth audio, the ZEN Blue 3 basically becomes a bit of a superstar. My phone, which is a modern phone, it's a Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, so it's pretty flagship, fairly recent phone. It only supports LDAC. It doesn't support aptX lossless, unfortunately, but LDAC still sounds amazing. So it was super simple to play music from my phone, send it to the ZEN Blue 3, which was then connected to the ZEN Can 3, which meant I could use it with any of my IEMs and headphones. And the sound over Bluetooth, it's really clean, it's nice and stable, surprisingly full-bodied. Latency is a non-issue for music listening. The connection stability was rock solid all throughout my testing. But the real magic is just how effortlessly that you can connect your Bluetooth source, whether be it a phone, tablet, laptop, etc., to your existing audio setup. And that is the true strength of the iFi ZEN Blue 3. I don't really know what else to say about it. It's pretty cool. As Bluetooth audio becomes more and more prevalent in modern society, yeah, there's definitely a place for devices like this. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, Part Family Audiophile style. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button before you go. And until next time, I'll see you later.